What if you only had one chance to visit New Zealand and you picked all the wrong locations? Here's the thing, there are literally hundreds of incredible locations, but you've only got 2 to 3 weeks time. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 essential locations to visit on your first trip to New Zealand. You'll hear why to go there, where to stay, and what to do, and the hidden alternatives most visitors completely miss. Let's get started. Number 1, so let's start right at the top, literally. The Bay of Islands in the Northland region. Why to go there? The Bay of Islands is a subtropical paradise made up of 144 islands, pristine beaches, and rich mariculture. It's a perfect location for 3 to 4 days, best to do either at the start of your trip or at the end of your overall New Zealand trip. Where to stay? Base yourself in 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗃𝗃, as it is less touristy than 𝗺𝗃𝗃, and from 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗃𝗃 you can perfectly explore the whole region. What to do? Think about water sports, kayaking, sailing, dolphin watch. Visit the Waitangi Treaty Grounds for New Zealand's founding history. Driving up to Cape Reinga, where the Tasman Sea meets the Pacific Oceans. And don't miss the ancient kauri forest at Waipua. But here's what most visitors miss. There's Tutukaka, just south of the Bay of Islands. This is New Zealand's diving capital and famous for the Poor Knights Islands. If you're into diving, this is world class. Number 2, the Coromandel Peninsula. Now, if you're short on time, skip the Bay of Islands and head to the Coromandel Peninsula instead. Why to go? You get stunning beaches, coastal walks, and the quintessential Kiwi beach vibe. And the best of it, it's only 2 to 3 hours drive from Auckland. Where to stay? The eastern side is where the magic happens. 𝗺𝗃𝗸𝗀𝗆 Beach, Cook Beach, or Whitianga are your best bets. What to do? Cathedral Cove is an iconic spot. Go kayaking in the early morning before the crowds arrive. Hot Water Beach lets you dig your own thermal spa pool in the sand at low tide. This is important. Plus, there's also fantastic coastal hiking. My insider tip, 𝗺𝗃𝗸𝗀𝗃𝗃 Beach is absolutely stunning and way less crowded than Whitianga. But here's the catch. Accommodation books out fast, so you need to reserve 6 to 8 months ahead if you're traveling in the summer season. Now you got the first key locations, but wait until I'll show you how to connect these places into a real travel itinerary that actually works. More on that later in this video. Number 3, Rotorua, Taupo in the Tongariro region is the heart of the North Island, so you absolutely can't skip this. This is where New Zealand's volcanic scenery and the Maori culture comes to life. I'm talking about geysers, hot springs, crater lakes, and authentic culture experiences. Where to stay? Choose either Rotorua or Taupo as a base for 3 nights. Rotorua has more cultural tours and thermal sites. Taupo offers a more relaxed lakeside vibe with incredible water sports. What to do? In Rotorua, visit the Waiatapu or the Waimangu thermal areas, experience a traditional marihangi and a cultural performance, or even a small private tour with a local guide. In Taupo, check out the Hooker Falls, go jet boating or lake or fly fishing. For serious hikers, the Tongariro Alpine crossing is there too, often called New Zealand's best day hike. What's often missed is a little place called Acacia Bay. It's just outside Lake Taupo. It's a quieter, more scenic and perfect base with stunning lake views. Quick question, have you done the Tongariro crossing already, or is it on your bucket list? Leave your thoughts and questions in the comments box below about this one. Number 4, Hawke's Bay or the Taranaki region. Now, here's a choice you need to make. These 2 regions offer completely different experiences. The Hawke's Bay is on the eastern side of the North Island, is one of New Zealand's food and wine hotspots. Stay in Havelock North or Napier, the Art Deco capital of the world. Spend your time on winery tours, cycling, easy trails, or enjoy gourmet food and wine experiences. It's relaxed, sophisticated, and delicious. Taranaki, on the other hand, is for adventure seekers. Stay in New Plymouth on the western side of the North Island. You have beautiful Mount Taranaki, a stunning volcanic cone which looks similar like Mount Fuji. The hiking here is incredible. Plus, there's the Forgotten Highway, one of New Zealand's most scenic and remote drives between the middle of the North Island and the western side. Most international travelers skip the Taranaki region entirely. Big mistake. If you love hiking and don't mind extra driving, this region will blow your mind. Now, those are the North Island essentials, but wait until you see what's waiting for you in the South Island. This is where New Zealand gets seriously dramatic. But before we continue, if you find this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button below to stay in touch for more helpful travel videos to come. And please tick that little like button, it really helps our channel to grow. Thank you very much. Number 5, now let's jump to the top of the South Island, the Nelson Tasman region. This is one of New Zealand's sunniest regions. You get the perfect combination of beaches, national parks, food and wine, and outdoor adventure. Where to stay? Here's my recommendation. If you want to explore the 𝗵𝗆𝗃𝗏 National Park, then stay in Mapua, Ruby Bay or 𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁 rather than in Nelson itself. This will save you an hour's driving. What to do? 𝗵𝗆𝗃𝗏 National Park is New Zealand's smallest but the most beautiful coastal national park. You can go kayaking, take a water taxi or hike off a section of the coastal walk. There's also the incredible cycling on the Great Taste Trail, wine tasting, arts and crafts and galleries everywhere. What do people miss? The small villages of Mapua and Ruby Bay. Gorgeous spots with local charm, waterfront dining, and you're perfectly positioned for everything. Number 6, the West Coast is a different world. Wild, remote, and absolutely spectacular. Why to go there? Dramatic scenery, rainforests, glaciers, and some of New Zealand's most stunning drives. Where to stay? Either in Punakaiki for the pancake rocks, in Hokitika for the gorge and the local crafts, and the Franz Josef for the glaciers and the walks all over the coast. What to do? At Punakaiki, see the limestone formations and the blowholes. These are best at high tide. Hokitika Gorge for its unbelievably blue-colored water. At Franz Josef, take a glacier helicopter tour either with or without a glacier walking. There's also kayaking at Okarito Lagoon. The hidden gem, Okarito itself. This tiny settlement is magic and has a peaceful lagoon which is great for kayaking, and you have the place almost to yourself. Number 7, Queenstown or Wanaka. We are now in central Otago, New Zealand's adventure capital. Where to stay? This is important. Queenstown is busy, expensive, and full of activity options like bungee jump, skydiving, jet boating. It's basically New Zealand's party town. Wanaka is quieter, more relaxed with stunning lake views and easier access to hiking. It's Queenstown's laid-back cousin. And here's my personal favorite, Cromwell. This little village sits right in between Queenstown and Wanaka. It has food, wine, lakeside charm, history, and you can easily explore Queenstown or Wanaka in a day trip from Cromwell. So what to do? This is a long list. I already made a couple of videos on Queenstown and Wanaka. You can dive in deeper. Check out the link in the description box below. What people miss? Cromwell. Seriously, most people rush straight to Queenstown and never discover this little gem. Stay here for 2 or 3 nights. Got a question? Queenstown, Wanaka or Cromwell? What is your style? Put your thoughts into the comments box below. I'm keen to hear that. Number 8, Fiordland is New Zealand's hiking capital and home of Milford and 𝗬𝗆𝘆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁 talking about towering peaks, cascading waterfalls, deep fjords carved by ancient glaciers. Base yourself in Tia now for a minimum of 2 nights. It's only about a good 2 hours drive to Milford Sound and you have plenty of time to explore. You can also stay overnight in Milford Sound itself, or for more a truly unique experience you can do 𝗪𝗆𝘆𝗆 Sound as an overnight experience. Again, I've done a couple of videos on that region. What to do? The classic is the Milford Sound cruise, but if you want something special, combine the scenic drive with a guided hike on the Milford track, then take the cruise in the afternoon or do 𝗬𝗶𝗆𝗆 Sound as a day trip from Lake Manapouri. I should mention there are also incredible day hikes around Lake Te-Anau, the Kepler Track, Lake Marion and much more. Number 9, Dunedin and the Otago Peninsula. It's like Scotland in the South Pacific. Why to go there? For nature and history. The Otago Peninsula is the only place in the world where you can see 𝗬𝗶𝘆𝗆 colony so close to a city. Either stay in Dunedin city centre for Victorian architecture and history, or stay on the peninsula itself for a more remote, nature-focused experience. What to do? Visit the Royal 𝗬𝗶𝘆𝗆 colony, see the yellow-eyed penguins in the wild, tour Lanark Castle and explore 𝗬𝗏𝘆𝗆 historic home. So what do many people miss? Staying on the peninsula itself. There are great boutique accommodations with ocean views, and best of all, you're right where the wildlife is. Number 10, Mount Cook and Lake Tekapo. Why to go there? Aoraki Mount Cook is New Zealand's tallest mountain with 3,724 meters. The landscape is absolutely spectacular. Glaciers, turquoise lakes and some of the best stargazing on the planet. Where to stay? Lake Tekapo is a good base for 2 nights. The village is an international dark sky reserve, perfect for stargazing tours at Mount John Observatory. Alternatively, you could stay in the Mount Cook village itself for closer access to the hiking trails, but accommodation is very limited there. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 is another more quieter and a more affordable option. What to do? Drive to the Mount Cook National Park. It's a good hour's drive from Tekapo. Hike the Hooker Valley track. It's easy enough for families. The Tasman Glacier viewpoint is also incredible. For serious adventure seekers, book a heli hiking trip on the Tasman Glacier. And at night, do a stargazing tour. Believe me, the sky here is amazing. What too many people miss? Staying in 𝗬𝗏𝗏. It's a small town with a local vibe. It's actually a great base if Tekapo or Mount Cook Village are fully booked. So here you have it. 10 incredible locations in New Zealand. But now you're probably thinking, how do I connect all these places into an actual itinerary? Let me show you. So here's the reality. You can't do all 10 locations in 2 to 3 weeks without rushing it. So here's how to prioritize. If you have only 2 weeks, focus on the South Island. Fly into Christchurch, do Mount Cook, Dunedin, Fiordland, Queenstown or Wanaka, the West Coast and the Nelson Tasman region. That is a solid South Island loop. If you have 3 weeks, split your time. 1 week in the North Island and 2 weeks in the South Island. The North Island, Auckland, Coromandel or the Bay of Islands, Rotorua, Taupo. Then fly to Christchurch and do the South Island loop. My golden rule, stay 2 nights minimum at key locations. This gives you 1 full day to actually explore without constantly packing and unpacking. If you want to talk to me about your travel plans, I'm offering a travel consultation service. See the details in the description box below. So here you have it. Don't forget to download the free sample itineraries from the description box below and other helpful planning links. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.